As we were discussing with the chapter entrepreneur, we have studied who an entrepreneur is, the person who is taking the risk of doing business, who is earning profits, involved in the production process, who is hiring different resources, different other factors of production, delegating them different functions in the productive mechanism. So entrepreneur is the one, the proprietor, or who is taking the risk of doing a business. That we have learned the difference between an entrepreneur and an organizer. Okay, so now according to your syllabus, the next topic which we need to learn, or the last topic from this chapter which we need to learn, is the role of entrepreneur in economic development. Now, number one, new innovation and industrialization. Now, new innovation and industrialization. Now, any economy can grow only when there is enough industrialization in it. Number of factories, number of manufacturing units needs to rise. Number of manufacturing units need to rise. Without growth of industries, the economy cannot develop. Now, entrepreneurs have a great role, okay, not only for the process of industrialization, but also bringing in new innovations, new methods, new strategies and new products. Now, if you think this innovation that we are talking about if you take a history, had not been there, Jamshedji Tata, so many Tata products we are using, you know, the huge, bulk amount of different types of products. Tata is a mega industry, is a multinational company in the country and working abroad. So many types of products operating across countries. So that innovation came up at a point of time in history when Jamshedji Tata brought about the idea of making an iron and steel industry as a requirement for the economy. Now then, after that, economy grows, the industry grows and contributing largely to the economic development of India. Now, if you talk about the contemporary situation of telecommunication industry, Ambani Group has brought a revolution in the telecommunication industry, this 4G technology and all, smartphones and whatever. So what you can see, these innovations, new ideas, the new things coming into force, being applied, ultimately leads to the development of the economy, okay, the growth of the economy. Okay, so industrialization is a major role, or the entrepreneurs have a major role to play in the process of industrialization through innovations. Infusing dynamism in the production process. Now, working with the same product, if you daily go on using a particular product days after days, years after years, you will also not start liking it. After a few days, you get bored with the product, same thing we are using. So you see so many changes in, if you are using your cell phones every day now, see every point of time, within a month or 2 or 3, there is a change there is a variation in the product. More or less the basic thing remains same, others there is some variation. This implement, so many cameras introduced, this introduced, that introduced, new marketing strategies, new type of advertisements. So in the entire production process, what happens? There is a dynamism, there is a newness being involved, changing in the activities, the productive mechanism changes, a little bit of changes, consumers get attracted, the marketing strategies changes, the product, a bit of differentiation coming into it, number of variants in the product changes. So that's infusing dynamism in the production process, and consumers get attracted, the variety of the product improves, and ultimately that leads to the higher consumption of the commodity and also the economic development through different, because as you bring in those things, there are other aspects which are involved, maybe employment, maybe income generation, which leads to new technologies being implemented. So with the use of these technologies, there is development of the economy. Recycling profits of productive investment for productive investment. Now, profits once earned, if you simply enjoy the profit, you can enjoy it only for a few number of days. But if you want your industry to grow, then what happens? The profits earned, you enjoy some, the entrepreneur enjoys some, but the most of the profit is being recycled, reinvested for productive mechanism. Maybe maybe expansion of the plant size, expansion of the factory, bringing in new machines, efficient, technologically advanced machines, all being implemented, new methods being implemented. So that's the profit being reinvested so that the industry grows and contributes towards the economic development. So that's what recycling of profits. Generating competitive strength in an industry. Now if you consider all the 3 points, innovation, industrialization, infusing dynamism, recycling of the profits, new methods being implemented, new machines being implemented, increase in the plant size of the factory. Now this ultimately brings what? A competitive strength. The quality improves and the industry becomes a global player. We are talking about this competitive strength. We are talking about a global player. That means we are referring to, this leads to this industry can export, it can become a global player, it can compete with the same products being produced in abroad. So automatically if the country's export increases, you can understand therefore it will definitely contribute to the economic development of the domestic country. So that's generating competitive strength. Efficient use of available resources. The entrepreneur is the one who uses land, who uses labor, who uses capital. Efficient use, improvement in quality, improvement in quantity, national income, national output, employment. All these leads to economic growth and economic development. Okay. The quantity also improves, the quality improves. Government entrepreneurship and fulfillment of social needs. Fulfillment of social needs. Now, social needs, you talk about power. Okay, electricity, you are using power. You talk about health facilities, you talk about educational facilities, infrastructure, bridges, dams. Not without the government. Along with the government, the entrepreneurs are there who can give a support and get involved in the production, get involved in building up of such infrastructure that fulfills the social needs. And finally, to improve the infrastructural facilities, as we talk, construction of modern day dams, modern day bridges, roads, telecommunication, everything. Okay, power. So health facilities, educational facilities, all these ultimately lead to the improvement in the infrastructural base of the economy. And once the infrastructural base becomes strong, the heavy industries and all these facilities, as we talked about, all these structural facilities improve, that all these contribute. The improvement in the infrastructural base or the facilities leads to the economic development. So if you consider all these points, these are the vital roles played by an entrepreneur in economic development. Read the text thoroughly. You need to write, I'll give you the assignment, then you need to write the captions along with 1 or 2 sentence explanation in brief. That as explained, listen to the explanations, watch the video, listen to the explanations minutely, and also read the text. You can come up with the explanations. For a 5 marks question, as mentioned earlier, also you need to learn 5 points. But children, please learn all the points, because any question, any single line of a textbook, the topic, from the topic, a question can be asked from any point. So for a short question. So please do learn all the points. For long question, you write any 5. But you need to learn all the points. Read the text thoroughly, okay, and listen to the explanations minutely, so that you can learn, write the captions and the explanations when your assignment is given, and get your classwork notebooks ready.